Here we go. Hello everyone and welcome back to Sex Love and Energy. This is MJ, and if you don't know, now you will know. I am a tantra practitioner and holistic coach. Well, today I wanted to talk more about energy, and literally when something more like real and why I really become a tantra practitioner and what exactly it is. Well, my journey started when I ended my marriage because in my back of my head I always had yoga. So like when you have ideas like it might be good for yourself, it might be good for your soul. I didn't know. So I started practicing yoga in the morning, in the afternoon, meditation, going to studios, and then after a while, like a year or something, I went to Myanmar. So I applied for a volunteer and I went to Myanmar because I was having a conflict, an internal conflict. And that time I was working as a dancer, exotic dancer. Yes. And during the nighttime, and then during the daytime, I was practicing yoga, meditation, like namaste. Literally. So I got in this internal conflict where I didn't know what to choose because I thought you have to choose. You have to choose one way or another to run your life. So I decided to went to Asia. So I went to Myanmar to a Buddhism center specifically. I wanted to see the reality of Buddhism and how they run their life and how is the philosophy. Sorry. Fiona. So how is the philosophy? Well, what can I do? I have a cat. How is the philosophy? Well, it was very interesting how I lived there. I only lived there for 2 weeks, and we did meditation 5 a.m. And then in the afternoon, I went to a workshop with monks. We were talking, and then one of the things I didn't kind of like it. Before I went there, I felt so sure about I wanted to become a Buddha, monk. Well, yeah. So I wanted to become because I thought that was my journey. And then when I went there, I realized, no, that's not the way I want to run my life. So suffering is part of life. So they assume like you're going to suffer anyway, and they're not going to change or prevent or reduce the amount of suffering you are having into your life. For example, if you are ill, you're going to die. That's it. And then when the day comes, you will die. And that's it. There is no much medicine, there is no much caring. Just kind of making yourself comfortable until you die. But more than that, no. So for me, it was shocking, and also I saw to me a lot of poor people. One of the really good things I did while I was there is when we're doing this morning when we collect food from the villa. So we have to go barefoot with a monk every morning at 7 a.m. Going there, and then we were just walking around this poor villa. Don't imagine I was in a rich villa. I was in Myanmar, Burma, so it was very poor. But surprisingly, people didn't have much. But if they were cooking, I don't know, like potatoes or rice, they were just giving to this monk 2 potatoes in a plastic bag, or maybe like in another plastic bag, like 1 kind of beans or anything they were cooking. They were just taking a little bit from that and then giving to the monk. Because their belief, it was always give something, even just a little. I need a moment because when I think about it, and now I live here in Australia right now, the reality is so different. It's so different the way I grew up, the way I saw in Myanmar, and the way I live right now. And it's surreal. Sometimes it's like, wow. but at the same time, it's encouraged me to keep going and follow my dreams and follow the things I do, and always give and give away, because you always can give and do something. So what was the point of this conversation? Okay, I remember now. So how I started my tantra journey. Okay, so when I was in Myanmar, I connected a lot with meditation. Meditation, when you connect the breath and then you observe your thought into this moment of the present moment, and you just observe. You don't get attached to that. Yes, attachment. I'm thinking one of the lessons, because I learned a lot when I was there, but one of the top highlights lesson is no attachment. There is no attachment. When we don't attach to things, to people, to anything, the amount of suffering is less. Life is suffering. When we're born, we suffer. You suffer as a baby, and your mother suffer. When we die, you might not suffer because you are already dead, but your family suffer. Your loved ones suffer because you're never gonna be here in this body. And when we want something in life, we suffer because we have to make a choice. We have to leave something on the table and then take the other one, and then that's always a suffering. If you are attached to that means you have an emotion, a feeling, or something like a glow. Oh my gosh, it's going to hurt you so much. Like, you're never going to realize how much your heart is broken, because it's very, very difficult. So until this day and every single day, I practice no attachment. Not because it sounds selfish or something. No, it's because my heart is in peace, and I'd rather not attach to anything. Because it's at the end of the day, tomorrow, someone take everything away from me, I will be that person. I can come back from zero over and over and over. And that's the idea. When you don't attach to anything, to people, it's going to be more easy for you to move forward in life, to try. At the end of the day, this is a human experience. Why would you be attached to this materialistic stuff? It's good to feel comfortable. I never deny that. I like to feel comfortable, feel secure, But don't get too much involved with things can be taken away from you. Just food for thought. Food for thought. And here we go again. Okay, so after, in that journey, in that trip, and also I went to Thailand, Cambodia, Myanmar, Vietnam, and Malaysia. In the same, I was 3 months in Asia, traveling by myself, connecting with people. I started as a volunteer, and then I've done a little bit of volunteer as well in Chiang Mai, in the north of Thailand, connected with the elephants. It was beautiful, beautiful. Oh, they're such a big and massive, and they are not soft at all. Oh, Javen. They kind of like harsh, I don't know, and they have like they have like spine. I don't know. The hair is very like. Okay. Where I was in Chiang Mai, also I went to do a little bit of volunteer, twice actually, in a recovery center, and where we were practicing things like collecting weeds. I think that's the name. I ran a couple of yoga sessions at the time. Also cooking, like doing activities for this recovery center. I was allowed to get into a workshop as well, so I was very, very happy and connected with amazing people over there. And then, I kept going in that trip, and obviously I was reflecting into myself, like, I'm coming from Chile, this faraway country, and then I ended up in Cambodia. What the heck, literally. So that trip encouraged, teach me more how to be resilient, how to have that ownership, the confidence with myself. And then I came back to Germany after that trip. And in that time when I was living in Germany, as I said, I work as an exotic dancer. So working as an exotic dancer brings me a lot of confidence. I have to say and assume that. Give me that energy of I don't give a fuck energy, and you have to really own it. You have to really own that stage and own that energy when you are dealing with a customer, because otherwise no one is going to pay lap dances for you. You have to go by yourself and then just catch a vibe and read your customer, and that's it. It's a hustle thing. Well, all that experience in between being an exotic dancer and a healing journey, I'm gonna call it like that, it brings me all these needs of connecting the sexuality and spirituality. So I was learning like self-talk about tantra and yoga and how you can navigate this lesson from the Eastern to the Western and the on and off the mat as well. Later on, I came to Australia and I wanted to be a tantra practitioner, but I didn't know exactly how to be a one. So I started doing research, and at the beginning of the year, when I came to Australia, at the beginning of the time, I got qualified as a yoga practitioner. So after that, I was missing, but it was like, this is not enough for me. And when I learned yoga and also got into this point of like krama yoga, tantra yoga, and other hatha yoga, vinyasa, different type of yoga, and obviously it came up tantra again. So my man, this is something I really want to do. So I started learning more until last year I connected with the sanctuary of Ananda in Australia, and I got qualified as a tantra practitioner. Well, what is the amazing things about it? I think tantra is around like 2,000 years old, and the good things like how the mindset and the philosophy do they have. It's coming from the Sanskrit, the word tantra, and it represents the waves of energy. The waves of energy from your root chakra. I don't know why I cannot speak very well today, but yeah, I'm doing my best. So it's coming from the root chakra to go all the way up. And I like this openness in terms of sexuality and spirituality at the same time. That's why I love tantra. It's something you can practice in modern days and take lessons from the old ones. And why not to update yourself? It's like tantra teach you how to love yourself and empower yourself and listen to your body, listen to your soul, listen to your mind, understand what is happening in the body, mind, and soul, and the wholeness experience from the touch, from the love and connection. Well, I'm super excited for this new journey I'm getting, and for amazing clients I have as well, and for all of you are coming to learn more about tantra and how you can navigate through this wave of pleasure, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want to encourage you to feel pleasure in not just during intimacy, but also in your life. During the day, through the day, you can have this amazing experience. Well, I don't have my cards actually. Well, I'm coming back. Come. I think she knows where I can film because she's so smart. Are you coming? No, she doesn't like it. Okay, so as usual we do, we're gonna pull 3 cards and we're gonna talk about anything coming here. So here we go. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, this one. Okay, I already had that one. This one. Yeah, yes, I already have that one. In another video. I have a good memory though. Here. Interesting. This one is a good one. How was your sexuality shaped by your family? To be honest, I didn't have any sex education in my home. I was very curious, and in my day, I remember when I was around like 16 or 17, I was able to Google things and then talking with my friends a little bit. But in my family, we didn't talk about much sex. I didn't even know how to put a condom. Well, I think it's because my mom and my father, they're very young. I don't blame them. They teach me a lot of values and who I am today. I'm super honest, and I have respect for people and loyalty. For me, are very strong values. They taught me. So, well, even though I didn't know about sex, I learned it through the years. So, here we go. Second one. Here. If I was redesigning human sexuality and biology, I would. I love this question. If I was redesigning human sexuality and biology, I would I will allow everyone to walk naked on the street, like Adam and Eva. I say Adam and Eva. I say in Spanish. Yeah, I think everyone, we shouldn't wear clothing. We should just go in this open space naked. Because I believe in human sexuality and biology, clothing puts you a lot of mask and cover ups and block you to be yourself. And nudity is something so normal. So I don't understand why people see nipples or I don't know, boobs. Like everything's so sexualized in these days. And it shouldn't be like that. It's nice and sexy and attractive, yes. But 24/7, we should normalize a girl who wants to dress sexy. And we don't need to, it doesn't mean she's looking for someone to have a one night stand. Here we go, next one. I got distracted. When it comes to sex, my mother gave me the sense that. When it comes to sex, my father gave me the sense that. When it comes to sex, my mom gave me the sense that. Well, I didn't have much talk about sex in terms of my mom or my dad. However, I feel like after years, and even when I created Sexual Energy, I have the opportunity to talk openly with my parents about it. More with my mom. And I remember, like one time I called her and we were just having talk, and she was so happy. And she said, "Oh my God, you know what we did? We went to this like love hotel or something. Would you that with the money you sent it? Because I gave it like a present, like money present." And she was so excited. She would say, "We spent the money in this love hotel." And to be honest, I was very proud with myself, like breaking that layer, just being open and comfortable to talk more. So yeah, I hope you get inspired with me and watching my videos, and also stay open, explore more, stay connected. I love you, my beautiful soul, and thank you so much for being and watching Sex, Love, and Energy. Bye.